Florence.
Hi.
I'm going to introduce you briefly, Florence Corbi. I'm very pleased to interview you for Ceramics today. To give a brief overview of your career, you're French ceramicist. You've got 15 years of experience in your art, and you also did about more than 50 exhibitions in France and abroad, so a very established career.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that when I discovered your pieces, you're producing pieces using porcelain, and you are very much inspired by nature. But we're going to discuss that in more details.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very, very pleased to have some time to talk to you about your career, your experience, your inspiration, and what you're trying to develop with your art.
Oh, thank
so welcome.
You. Thank you.
I think we probably could start with what was your recent actuality with the exhibition you attended in September at Maison and Objet in Paris, which is a very big international fair about objects and decoration. So what was your experience then?
Yes, it was the first time I went there, and had the experiment of a big fair like this. It was a bit impressionant. And I knew that it was a big appointment with collectioner, galleries, decorator. Okay. And for me, of course, it was a moment very special because we are after COVID. And it was the first after a stop of 1 year. And it was marvelous because everybody was very enjoyed to be there. Ceramists and all the exposants, but customers too. Everybody was discovering the objects, the new production, and they were very happy to see again artists. And we were very happy too, of course, because we hadn't the return of the customers, or people who say, "Oh yes, I like," or "No, yes." The impression for us is very, very important. We can not make things without the mirror of people.
Yeah, I guess because a lot of the galleries closed during that pandemic, and you didn't have much opportunities to show to the public your new pieces and get that feedback that you mentioned, which is very important.
Yeah, very, very.
And did you bring new series of pieces to the exhibition? Did you try new design?
Yes, I developed some pieces a bit different, always in the floral inspiration, because it's a bit my way of made. Okay, and but I bring a lot of movement in the piece, developing
Yes.
With movement of the tissue,
fabrics.
Yeah. Okay, and putting in floral decoration inside. Okay, and it was appreciated very much.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well done. So if we talk about your creative journey, basically, what is inspiring you every day to make new ceramic pieces in your studio? What is your sources of inspiration?
Oh, when I'm in the south of France, in my village of Sabran,
Yeah, Sabran, yeah.
Yes, it's very
For
easy.
the viewers, where is Sabra exactly? Tell us, where is it?
Sabran is in the south, in the Gare,
The
near
Gare
Uzès.
department, yeah.
Yes,
Uzès, yeah.
near Uzès,
Yes.
Avignon, Uzès.
Yes.
And for the ceramics people near Saint-Quentin-la-Poterie.
Excellent,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
you've got an history of potters in the region.
Yes, very, very, very strong. And when I'm there, it's very easy because I'm in the garden. So I walk in the nature and the campaign. Okay, it's very easy. But in Lyon, I must say, have a lot of chance. I'm very lucky because I live near the Saône, the river.
Yes, the river,
and my studio is near the Ile Barbe, at the in the north of Lyon.
Yes.
And every day I walk near the Saône, and I see trees, flowers, campaign of the Champagne au Mont d'Or.
Yeah, the nature there, yeah.
Nature, and I'm very inspired by flowers, but I need waters.
Yes.
To produce, and I live always near water, river. I would like to live near sea or something like that. Instead in Paris, I was living, and my studio was near the Canal Saint-Martin.
Which is also, well, it's a canal effectively, but you've got the water a bit.
Yes, and very romantic place.
But more steady than the Saône River, which is has a bit more flow on.
Yes, it's a bit more campaign, of course.
Yeah, and I saw that some of your pieces also have some inspiration from the nature in the sea as well. So is that something that you experience as well, or do you go to the seaside regularly?
So yes, regularly I go, and I will be in a few days. But unfortunately, I'm phobic about the deep sea. I cannot go. So perhaps because I have too imagination, perhaps, and when I see the deep sea, I imagine a bit more.
Yes.
And I have to experiment perhaps this.
Yeah, develop your own way of visualizing those plants or animals that are living under the sea. Yeah.
Yes, perhaps. But in fact, when I make the sculptures, I don't think really to the sea. It's nature.
It's nature, yeah, inspiration.
Okay. But most people say, "Oh, that's the sea." They are looking and thinking about the sea.
Yeah.
It's not for me the objective.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
I just my preoccupation, my goal is to have a story and to tell a story. You know, it's a bit like and it was the first inspiration of my sculptures. What about Alice au Pays des Merveilles?
Yeah, and the Wonderland, Alice in the Wonderland, yeah?
Yes, really. And to have a walk in this land and to tell a story. I'm a teller.
Yeah.
I'm not I'm not so much a sculptor. I'm a teller.
Excellent. And so you basically create your sculptures from your inspiration and not necessarily copying the nature?
Oh, no, it's impossible.
Nature is too perfect, I
Yes,
think.
too perfect, too much imagination.
Yeah.
And you can observe, you can have an inspiration, but to copy is too difficult. So you have to have another way.
Yes.
To tell the nature.
Okay. And then my next question is, why are your sculptures almost white? Because nature is not white. So is that because your inspiration take you to the white of the porcelain being more important than the colors? What do you feel about that?
Oh, I choose white because the oniric action mind.
Yeah, it's create the dream,
yes,
the white.
It add the oniric side.
Yes.
Okay.
It's almost like a classic, like with the white sculptures from the antiques period.
Yes, it's true. It's true. I didn't
talk. Marble.
I didn't thought about, but it's true. And I tell the story, okay, but you put your mind on the story, and after the sculpture is yours.
Excellent.
Mine, you know? Yeah. And I hope, and I know it is. When someone have me my sculpture, after it can have a story, and a story is a telling story. Okay. Yeah. New, and it is the fabric. In fact.
Yeah. Okay. And actually your sculpture might change the story depending on where is it exhibited or exposed, basically. Because as in your background, you've got those sculptures in a very plain, almost gray color background, which they stand out, but they could be also in a different environment, which the story will be different.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you for explaining me where your inspirations come from, and I would like to ask you, what did you start making those pieces? Where your career started 15 years ago? What did attracted you to ceramics, and what did you develop your skills, basically?
It was like a coup de foudre.
Yeah.
You say it in English.
Yeah, we use the word coup de foudre as well.
Yes, and it was really. I was making so different things, and I decided to have a time for me, and I decided to have course in ceramic around. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a fantastic meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, between me and the clay,
just
the clay. I didn't choose porcelain, of course, at the beginning, just clay. And I decided to change all for this. Really.
You really changed your career. You dedicated your life to porcelain.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
And yes, and I decided it's in 2 weeks. I found a school. Yeah. I learned to be a potter. Yeah. And I know how to make pot and teapot and whole pot, you can imagine. Okay. And after all begin very easily, and I found a studio, and I had an exposition, an exhibition, and all things was not so easy as we can imagine, but okay, all came. at this moment.
Yeah.
And I do not regret anyway this chose at all. Yes.
And Florence, thank you for explaining all your background. How did you started with ceramics? It's absolutely amazing. And I would like to ask you now, after such a long career, so much successes exhibiting, what is your next challenge or what your next objective in terms of developing your career?
Yeah, for the next months, I will do again maison objet twice.
Yeah.
And of course, the first was an experiment. It was amazing, of course, but now I will go to with more experiment, and I want. I know what I want to catch, to people I want to know there.
Yeah.
And okay. Also, of course, I hope in the next months I will carry on my experiment of a foreign exhibition.
Yes.
I hope of plenty of things, but
yeah.
one piece was exposed 2 years ago in Beijing.
Yes.
I hope this collaboration or this occasion will carry on.
Yes.
I think about Portugal, because perhaps something, and all the concours.
Yes.
Okay.
Competition.
Yeah. Okay, I can do, of course, because it's very interesting to do competition in the ceramic, because you have to find something on a subject. If you have the chance, if you are lucky, you go to the exhibition, so you can trip and with ceramic objective. And there each time it was this in Romania, in Cluj. You meet people, ceramics there, and with a good ambiance. Okay,
good atmosphere, good exchange.
Good exchange, and people very, very different. And you take account the ceramics world is very, very large, with people, fantastic people, with clever, very clever.
Yes.
And so it changed your way to do a bit when you come back, and that's very, very important. And that's a way of life. Life I like.
Yes. And we started talking about getting feedback from the public when you exhibit, but when you go to those exhibitions and you meet other artists, whether they are ceramicists or they are manufacturing with wood or other techniques, they basically bring you ideas to explore in your studio as well.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Of course. You have a lot of exchange, and background. The feedback is very, very important for technical, of course.
Yes, you learn from the others. Yeah.
Yes, of course, of course. So I would like the world open again.
Yes, we all want. We all want to be able to travel wherever we want.
Yes, at least or sculptures, if we're not. But okay.
I was going to conclude this interview asking where are your pieces exhibited or where they will be exhibited next, so that eventually auditors can see your pieces?
now a gallery will I will walk with a gallery in Aubrac.
Yes, in the center of France.
Yes.
Yes, Aubrac.
It's called Paris-Aubrac.
Yes.
And I will have a collaboration with them at the end of the year.
Yes.
After we will, I will go to Lunéville in the east
of France,
of France, for an exhibition must have taken in 2 years ago, and perhaps, of course, we hope this time will be good too.
Yeah.
And after, it would be in the Beaujolais.
Yes.
In June.
In June.
Yes, in June. That's a bit far. At Vaux-en-Beaujolais. It's a very big exhibition with a lot of artists in the streets, and c'est la fête, la fête des artistes.
Excellent, and you will be there then.
Yes, it's near Lyon.
We should come to see you at that occasion. We will post on the article the dates and the locations of those exhibitions.
Thank you.
And maybe it's an opportunity to meet you face to face then.
Oh yes, and a good area to
to enjoy the nice wine.
Yes, in Lyon we have a lot of things like the wine.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Florence, for this interview. It's been a pleasure to having you. We wish you very best with your career and your sculptures, and we hope to meet you face to face at some point.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.